Violet's going away party, saying thank you to Jim for being such a faithful servant and a true friend to many. We're at the Remish's home in Aston, Pennsylvania.
They had a whole rack last year.
Mr. Redrup, the chef. Alan. Amy and Becky playing on the swing. Maybe you can back up a few steps. There we go, okay. Go ahead.
That's what I heard was Washington too.
Jimmy Black, say goodbye. Jim, just want to wish you and your family the best of everything going down, safety, and the Lord's will on your job, and all that's best for you. Take care, and God bless us.
Jim, hi Vicki. We're going to miss you more than words could ever say. I just want to again take this opportunity to thank you for 9 years of service. You are permanently a part of the foundation of this church. Thanks so much. Can't wait to see you again at different occasions in the future. Both grow old gracefully. See you later.
We have house guests. Clean it out for you, Jim, just in case they don't get your pants.
Got David's lunch down there?
Yeah, David's lunch.
Here's that. Why is it?
I didn't know well.
Spring actions on the bottom coming home.
I like that.
I'm leaning way over. Don's leaning over there. I'm moving today. There it is.
All right. We got a couple people who want to say a few things. In particular, Jim. Don't feel left out, Vicki.
I don't feel left out at all.
In particular for Jim. Let's see. We'll let Everett go first.
Oh no, I'm not. I'm completely unprepared.
Unprepared.
You've known about this for 30 seconds, right?
Yeah, right.
No.
It completely slipped my mind.
Well, I'm completely unprepared, but I'll go anyway. That never stopped me.
Jim, look at the camera, Jim.
I know, it wasn't lame.
When I was going to do this, and I thought about it, I said, I'll do this and I'll rhyme it all. To have rhyming, you have to have timing. My timing stinks. I decided I would. I said, okay, well think of all the things I can do to roast Jim. All the things he's done with him. And I came up with everything there. One of the best things he did was marry Miss Vicki. Because you can remember, look at his children. They're all beautiful. They all take after their mother. It's strange enough, when I got thinking about it, I did remember you. We had talked about what it was like the first time you meet somebody and you're supposed to be involved with them in some way or another. I had the same recollection when I met you. I don't know why, and this is at church before we ever found out what were they back there? A home group was, before it was care groups. Yeah. And we were tied up over in Ridley Park. You were a good home group leader, and you were a good leader in a church, and I know you're going to be put to excellent use down in North Carolina. Yeah. And this is a sign for you to get down there. Parking lot full, but that's just I know you're going to do great. And we wish you all the luck in the world. And the Lord will reward you great. And take care. We're going to miss you. Yeah.
Hey, Jim, look at the camera.
Setup ministry was my first ministry in the church, and I'll tell you, it was pretty interesting. Me and Greenhorn working with a seasoned pro like yourself.
Oh, that's a gracious way to say it.
Don't let him talk.
I have to honestly say though, Jim, there's one Sunday in particular that really stands out in my mind. And, I'll never forget it to the day I die, and I'm hoping you won't either. Since it's on the tape, it's forever. If you remember, one Sunday, someone else who will remain nameless and myself were pretty down and pretty discouraged about the number of people. And you immediately took charge and said, drop everything. We dropped tables and chairs and everything. And you proceeded to tell us a story I think something about Vicky brought you to a new church, and all of a sudden you found yourself alone building your daycare room or something, and you were asking good questions like, what's your motivation for being here? Things like that. You really had an impact in my life and a lot of other people's lives. And I just like to thank you for your humble heart and your servanthood and your fine leadership. You've shown me that you can sweat and have a great time doing it. And I just pray that you and your family have a safe trip down, and that you are blessed in your new business venture, and that Vicki is not worried about the risks that you're taking. And I just want to thank you again. It was a pleasure working in your ministry, and we'll miss you greatly. And someday when I grow up, I'm hoping that they'll give me a radio.
I really have to
Nothing
go
about
by
my age.
nothing about your age. Okay, just looks.
That's okay. That gray and the beard, we can take care of that.
No, I'll just share with everybody what I almost did to you.
Uh-oh, I'm gonna shut it off.
When we first done it before.
Yeah, which I've done before. When we first got the radios, I said, I gotta be able to do something to Jim to really embarrass him with these radios. So one day I see him standing talking to this lady who I knew he wasn't real comfortable having a conversation with. And he's standing there looking at me, so she can't see that I'm there. He's got the radio in his ear. He said, Jim, this is Everett, your fly's down. And he's standing there, I'm watching him. The lady doesn't know that I'm talking to him because it's in his ear. And he's there, and he's dying 1,000 deaths, wanting to make sure that I'm joking, and I'm not sure that I am. Someone dared me to do it while he was standing on stage for the second service today. While he's up there being honored. Jim, by the way.
As I'm getting ready to get up, I hear our code number, and then, Jim, are you there? Yeah, I'm just getting ready to stand up. I'm here.
Well, you know what? A way that we can, Lori and I can serve you is a friend of mine just gave me this really, really nice heater, okay? And we had it delivered to your house. He's been trying to give me this heater for years.
I've been trying to dump my
9 years now.
9 years. And the other day, Vicki and Lori were talking, and Lori heard Jim in the background saying, ask Everett, and before he even got it out of his mouth, she said, no, we don't want the heater. It's been great working with you. You're going to do a great job down there. I don't want to talk too much.
See ya. Thank you, I remember I was just talking to Alan about how I got involved in the setup crew, and it was through Cam Myers, through his examples. But Jim was the first guy I met, because he was the boss. And I remember kind of him looking at me, and when I said, is there a place for me here? Can I do this? And he kind of looked at me funny, like, you want to do what? Like, I don't know that you didn't know me, but you gave me taping down the car, or taking the wires, kind of non-consequential responsibility.
That's because you look so uncoordinated.
I kept dropping everything else. But I just remember too, I guess it was last Sunday, I didn't put up those blackout shades. I didn't tape them up to the windows because I got lazy. And I just threw them up there. I said, well, the blinds are going to keep them up there. And I'm sitting in church, and I think we were worshiping, and Jim came over and said, can you help me for a minute? And walked back, and sure enough, one of them had blown over. And just how gracious you were. I tried to convey to Jim that, well, I didn't think we had to tape them. He said, oh no, we do have to tape them. But you were so kind in the way that you corrected me, and really taught me. And I did tape them today.
Learns quick.
Sunday, I better do a good job.
You won't tape them next Sunday, though.
Now I know who you were talking about this morning, Jim. You gave yourself away.
Just the way you do things so well. I mean, everything is in order, decently in order. And so thank you for your leadership in that. We'll miss you. Everybody said that. We'll miss you. I miss you too. And your kids. Every blessing.
You're on the guard now. Just gonna watch you.
Well, Jim, it's been a blessing for me working with you, getting to know you in the peer group. And the one thing that stands out in my mind, I guess, is just your constant example of faithfulness. You're just always there. And when I was tempted to complain, about my role in this process, I could always look to you and say, well, man, I don't have anything to complain about. Here's a man that's doing far and above what I'm doing, and I just really appreciate you. I appreciate your example. Yeah. It's been a blessing to me. I'm going to miss you both. God bless you.
It's well that science hasn't gotten to the place where you can see very well.
Keep going, Alan.
Well, the only thing I would say about Jim is that he works very hard for such an old man.
You found something.
Jim was old when he was born.
I do want to point out that Alan is old.
Much older than I am. Has always been older than I am.
Pastor. That kind of
See, what you all really never see is Jim limping home. The arthritis medicine that lines his medicine chest. The cane that he uses to get.
I thought it was a walker.
Jim has been one of the first members of the Hair Club for Men. And actually, it wasn't a very good weave. It wasn't very good. I will say this: as much as I appreciate you as my friends, it's the way you've served the church. I'm going to say this too, but the way you've graciously given up your husband.
You don't see how I cling to him on Saturdays.
No, you have. You've served the church as well. There's very creative ways. Getting your family to church by yourself, taking up the slack. Not that Jim does all that much when he's at home anyway. The sacrifice that you've made has been a blessing to all of us too. So I just on behalf of the church, really want to thank you very much for releasing your husband's graciously. And Jim, you have really embodied the values that we hold as believers. You've been an example of who Jesus is. And I think that one of my enduring images of the Lord, when he went out and washed his brother's feet, and Sunday after Sunday, you've done that. You've taken the towel of a servant, and you've washed our feet, you've prepared, you've been the servant of all. In very profound ways, you've been an example to all of us about the Lord.
Yes.
And the things I care to say that would be a higher compliment than that. And your dear friends, so I love you both very much.
He's smart, like we're going to camping next year.
Please.
And then I said,
Please.
I said, where have I seen Jim? And I said, movies? No. Television?
I don't like
Post office, that's where it was, on the wall of the post office. That was it.
Now that's true. That's
the truth.
Look into his eyes. Get a close-up of his eyes.
Is that the Zoom on it?
I've never seen it.
Those are beady eyes. Beady. They are. They're beady eyes.
And the beard.
I look.
He's not a man you can trust.
He's hiding something.
There we
He's
go.
not a trustworthy person.
Okay.
It just goes to show you can't go by appearances.
I'm slick. They haven't taught me what.
That's what he's moving on for.
We've moved every 7 years.
Did I get it?
There you go.
There it is.
And then the next year.
Like that didn't even spring up into you.
I know, we're getting nervous. What's it going to happen?
These are cheap.
There we go.
Thank you, Jim.